Hello, good morning, traders, and welcome here at XM Live Education. And we are streaming today into the beginner room and as well into YouTube. And a special greeting goes to our friends from YouTube. And here I can see already musician here. Good morning, and a very warm welcome to you as well, and of course as well to our users at XM Live on our XM Live platform. And actually, this is already an information for the viewers on YouTube as well that we are streaming every day at our home at xmglobal.com or xm.com in the live education. So if you go to the website and find the live education, you can join either the beginner room where we are streaming now out of, or the advanced room, and finding here experts and talking with you about trading. This session today we are dedicating a little bit to the topic of to trade against the majority. What does it mean actually? That means that we are trying to find out on the market how the majority of the traders are positioned. And then we are trying to find trading ideas to trade against exactly the majority. So why we are doing this? Think about it. In trading, we have one problem. We have the problem that 80 to 90%, maybe even more traders lose money. And this is not because trading is impossible to do. It's just a matter of a natural. I would even say it's a matter of a natural distribution, whereas I don't have a scientific proof for this. The only thing what I have been researching is as well and compare the numbers a little bit of the losing trading percentage versus people that are stopping or breaking a diet when they are trying to lose weight. And it's incredible. The numbers are really very similar. We are talking in both arenas around between 80-90% of quitters a diet and losers in trading. So what does it tell us? It tells me that it must be a mental thing. It tells me that it must be a psychological thing that is going on. Everybody of us has already, maybe everybody, at least me, I had already like several trials as well to do a diet, and I also sometimes stopped and so on and so on. But it was never because I was not able to do it. It was rather because I was not willing anymore to do it, or something was bothering me in my head. I had too much taste for chocolate, whatever. And in trading, it is the taste for chocolate you can compare with the taste for small profits. You know, you're always trying to get, okay, oh, I'm in profit, I take it off. Oh, I'm in profit, I take it off. But at the end, when you one time failing by this and you're getting in loss, and you say, okay, I can still take it later on, So with the diet example, oh wow, I can still go later on and start again, restart again tomorrow. And like in trading is the problem that then your losses and losses are getting bigger and your winners stay small. Because of course, if you go out of this loss, sometimes it happens as well. You get into a loss, right? It explores, and then you are again getting out of the loss, but you are so happy that you don't lose and you close it again with a small winner. And this is the problem when you are starting to turn around the trading game. And this trading game will be looking like, and I will draw you this on the in the chart right now, how this will be looking like. And maybe the one or the other is recognizing him or herself. Hello, good morning, Nirvana Didan. Very wonderful. Good morning to you as well. Um, Look, you're turning this around. You say, I make small winners. It's working really nicely, small winners. You go in a very nice, oh my God, now it disturbs me again here, an alarm. Can you believe this? So, and then it happens one time you get a loss. It's one trade. And look at what happens. Your whole equity is again back on zero. So you work yourself very hard up again. You have a hit rate of 80% and it happens again. And then it happens once more, and then you have a little bit of a lag, it goes lang and bam again. And like this, you slowly but surely are starting to have a decreasing equity. and a decreasing account balance. Good morning, Danushka. Also warm welcome to you. And this is, hello, Graham. I'm doing fine. Thanks a lot. What about you? Hope you're doing fine too. And this is the big drama that we have to solve, you know. And if we are knowing this, and now coming back to the topic of today, if we know this happening, then we can combine these 2 points: losing traders and the equity curve, how it should look like at the end. The equity curve looks best like this. Yeah, it looks best like this. This is how an equity curve should look like, guys. This is perfect. You have a flat drawing, a flat triphase, let me say. When you suffer a little bit, you don't really win and lose a lot. And then you have a few moments, a few light moments, let me say, when the fruitful rain is falling on your field of account balance, and let it grow, right? This is here the semen that you put on your account, and then comes the fruitful rain, and suddenly you get your account growing. This is how it should look like. And how can we achieve that? So, first of all, what you have to do to get a flat base in your equity is to keep your losers small. Keep your losers small. Rule number one. Second thing is find an edge. You have to have an advantage over other traders. When and how you can find this edge? You can find this edge by saying, okay, I'm fading the majority of traders because I know that the majority of traders is losing money. So, meaning when people are buying the DAX, you're selling the DAX. If people selling the euro US dollar, you're buying the euro US dollar. But not just like, like just buy this. No, buy your system. Then another question is coming out of this idea. Where do you find data? Where do you find such data? And you see exactly, Danushka, the same thing happened to you yesterday. Exactly. This is this equity curve, which is really, really problematic. I'm sorry to hear this, but unfortunately, this is so many traders happening. So, but where we do find this data? And I show you in the meanwhile, I show you something, what exactly I programmed for this. And that's really like an incredible. Let me quickly check if I have it set, correctly. Yes, exactly. And I explain you then as well later on what I will be doing here. So I let it just run now while I'm explaining you where you find data. Okay. You find the data how traders are positioned here, and actually traders from YouTube. Here is as well the home base where you find live education. You find the live education actually if you go to research and education, and you find here XM Live. And then you get to the home base as well, right? There you can follow then the whole session. But you find data here about how traders are positioned, for example, on the website. And if you give in here the German index, for example, you see that 34% of traders are buying, and you see 66% of traders are selling. And at the moment, it looks like that the selling crowd is in advantage. But now let me show you something, because I'm keeping track on this data. And I remember here this graph now, and then I will show you now a very interesting statistic. So here is the interesting statistic. We go to the history. I'm loading the Germany 40, and you will be seeing some interesting behavior here. You see an interesting behavior, right? This zero line is representing 50-50. 50% buyers, 50% sellers. Minus 100% would mean zero buyers, 100% sellers. 100% would mean 100% of traders are buying and no one is selling. So you see that here we had a majority of the traders selling still today. And now let's look at the graph here. Uh, First on the date. Let's get a little bit more back in the data. Let's go 65 days back. So then we are in November exactly. And you see, let me quickly show you the change. Maybe I go 80 days back so that we have a little bit of October still in, because in October we were like growing and falling in the DAX. And here you see that we were shifting the sentiment on the 1st of November. That means that from the 1st of November, suddenly we had more sellers in the market. And then when we are looking at the 1st of November here, and this is exactly where now my crosshair is standing, and look at that, it was making an incredible move of over 1,000 points to the upside if you were just from this day onward investing or trading this market to the long side. And it's not like this was now really, of course, a very, very impressive example, because the DAX or the stock markets, they moved like crazily to the upside. Um, that's the point here. What I would like to tell you as well. But think about that. This is applicable on other markets as well. This is applicable on gold. This is applicable on euro, US dollar, on markets that have a lot of traders inside, that you have significant data and you can make yourself the edge. So now let's combine it. We said flat base when you are losing, small losses, number one. Second thing, we need an edge. You know that many traders are losing, so you look how they are positioned, you position yourself against it. Third, we need still an entry technique, an entry, and how we get these things combined now. We know now, keep losers small, trade against the crowd. And then the third thing that we have to find now is, okay, how to execute that, what kind of tactics I could use in this. And this is what we are doing in the next couple of minutes in our beginner room at XM Live. Join us there to not miss that out, because I would like to show you now something very interesting. Um, because I let run here a little program, and I would like to show you, I run exactly this thing that I said to you, what needs to accomplish. And this is the strategy I will explain you exactly in the beginner room in the next minutes. Small losers, big winners. Small losers, big winners. Small losers, big winners. Small losers, big winners. This is an equity that can start. Here it started at $10,000. It made in 1 year roughly 200 trades. It took a risk of 0.5%. Here you see risk of the balance 0.5%. It gave you a reward of $4,720 win, which is equally to 47% of profits within 1 year, while only getting in a drawdown of 4.5% maximum. And this is exactly how you are able to combine now these three things. And you got even a hit rate of 60%. So look at that, look at this crazy thing. If you apply sentiment, and this is what you can see, for example, in our settings that I set this trading strategy. If the sentiment is a lot of sellers, I go and buy. The only 2 months I sold it was September and October, because the sentiment in these 2 months have been buying. So people were buying the DAX. DAX was coming down. I was selling it. And by this, you can achieve a positive hit rate. You can achieve your average loser is smaller than your average winner. And you can achieve it like this, that you have an equity that is coming only a little bit down and growing big. If you're interested in this, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are doing now in the next couple of minutes. Here, or the next, let me say, in the next half an hour, I will explain you the strategy exactly in detail, how you can achieve that, and you will be surprised how simple is that. And out of that reason, please, I can only recommend you to join us here as well, and and being with us. Okay, so let's get started um, with this little strategy, because what we are doing, and the first step you know already. So